You hear that? That's the awkward silence of a family dinner after you just got caught vaping. Most vapes contain high levels of nicotine and disappointment. Brought to you by The Real Cost and the FDA.
Alright, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show, and in today's episode, I wanted to talk on Grand Theft Auto falling off, because, I honestly, truly do believe that Grand Theft Auto has fallen off as a video game. I just feel like even with the modded servers, there might be some people that actually still plays it, but I don't really hear too much about it. If anything, that is the only thing that is keeping Grand Theft Auto alive. But I do feel like that Rockstar Games will probably do some old shady stuff to where they're like, oh, well, because some mod, screwed up the whole game, so therefore we're going to have to shut down all these modded servers and stuff. And then it's going to give people a reason not to ever play a Grand Theft Auto game again. Because when Rockstar does that, and I truly do believe that they're going to probably do that at some point, and then it's going to be led up to some developer or somebody out there to just come up with a game where it's kind of like Grand Theft Auto, and it's just focused on these different modded servers and I'm surprised they haven't nobody hasn't came out with nothing like that already. I'm trying to think, let me see, there might be a game out there that exists where it's games like GTA RP, Counter-Strike 2, Minecraft, Roblox, Modern Warfare. What are they talking about? 5 open world, that ain't got. How is Modern Warfare 2 or a GTA 5 role playing? How are you? That's just okay. You should try Reddit. All right, so yeah, Reddit ain't gonna do you wrong. All right, I suggest Gmod, Crime RP, control amount of armor mods, Second Life. There's tons. All Points Bulletin RPP originally designed as a GTA-like game with cops versus robbers styles. But yeah, that game is that All Points Bulletin, because I played that game. I remember playing that game years ago. RPP Reloaded, and that game if there's any game that's fallen off, that game has definitely fallen off. I think they just recently came out with an update. And yeah, it's not appealing. And I'm like, no, that game, it's still, I don't know about it. More so what's going on now. But what I had last checked, I think they were saying the servers or people, there's a lot of hackers in that game. And I'm like, I'm not trying to fool with a game with a lot of hackers. I think this game currently is sitting at mixed ratings. Yeah, so yeah, there's people out there. I don't understand how to play this game, but 10 out of 10 for effort. They were like, if you don't pay to win, you play to lose. So yeah, it's one of those types of games where it's you gotta pay to. Nah, man, games like that ain't. I just feel like it's gonna get to. Dang, last time I played that game was back in 2015. That's crazy. I should download the game. I wish they had if they had a single player option, I definitely would play this game. But yeah, it's gotta play online with other people, and I'm like, I just, wish I wasn't like that. And I'm like, I wish I can in-game music studio to create your own custom theme songs. Oh, I might have to check that out. If there's gonna be anything, I might have to install that and see what that's all. No, hold on, it looked like I'm gonna play some APP Reloaded later on today, cause I'm curious about that. I wonder how that works out and stuff. So. But, yeah, man, I just, getting back to Grand Theft Auto, I mean, when you sit down and you look at the last, few Grand Theft Auto games that was released, you have Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, Grand Theft Auto 4, and Grand Theft Auto 5. 3 Grand Theft Auto games in almost 20 years. That's how much y'all done came up with? And it seems like that when before San Andreas, Grand Theft Auto games was getting really, let's just look up the list of Grand Theft Auto games, and see all the different years those games then came out, because I feel like they definitely wasn't no 20 year gap. Oh, and then if you want to count the remastered editions of the 4, or not 4, but 3 Vice Cities and San Andreas, then I guess, but technically I wouldn't call that a release, like it was a brand new game. It was technically old, so that's how I see it. But so 97, 99, 2001, 2002. So they released 4 Grand Theft Auto games in a like roughly 5-year, like time frame and stuff. And then, yeah, no, like I said, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas 4 and 5. And I'm like, that's the best that y'all came up with. I'm like, you guys haven't. And what's crazy is that the last time a Grand Theft Auto game came out was literally 10 years ago. If you give it 5 more months, 10 years. Nah, the thing is this, the only way I feel like that if Grand Theft Auto, the game has to 6, this like unheard of, or maybe not unheard of, but unseen Grand Theft Auto game that's been getting talked about, and it got like a leak and all this other stuff. If that game don't release within this year or next year, I'm sorry, but I don't think people are going to want to wait any longer, because I know I don't want to wait any longer. And I'm trying to think, like, they haven't really said anything about, so there's like Rockstar confirmed in February 2022 that the game is in development. Footage from unfinished versions was leaked online in September, in which was described as one of the biggest leaks in the history of the video game industry. Yeah, because it's like you got people waiting so long for a video game, and it's like, bro, what do you expect? Like, the thing is this, I don't agree with leaks, but at the same time, it's like, when you have people out there that are more impatient than I am, what do you think is going to happen? You think, oh, well, yeah, they just have to live with that. I feel like that was definitely a wake-up call that you guys need to start working on this game. And I mean ASAP, okay? Like, nah, bro, like, literally putting ASAP out, like, as soon as possible. If all these other games, you got it where a game that came out before Grand Theft Auto 5, right? Dead Island 1 came out, all right, and then a couple years. So you mean to tell me, okay, those guys, they eventually, yeah, it took some time, but eventually they came to releasing the game. They put information out there. They let us know that this game was in, development. Let's just, see how many trailers they had came, because I think they did come out with quite a few trailers and stuff, but the game was in development. But on top of that, though, they were working on other games. So, like, I'll give them that. I'll give the developers behind Dead Island that they were working on Dying Light 1 and 2. And then, they came out with a trailer, like, back in 2014. It was like an E3 trailer. And then, then eventually they did release the game. So it's like, bruh, if you got it where there's other companies out there where they can release their games, you got some companies out there that can release a game yearly, what's your guys' excuse? And then, no, so they did. Rockstar Games, I'll give them that. They did release a game, Red Dead Redemption 2. But when was the last time they actually did something impressive in that game? Yeah, they released the game, but we want DLCs. We want, like, more to do in the game. But if there's nothing to do in the game, how do you expect people to support that game? Like, every time when I look at reviews of Red Dead Redemption 2 on Steam, it's always people saying beautiful game, amazing, but it's just sad that, Rockstar pretty much just gave up on the game. And I'm like, I don't get that. That's literally the best game that they had released since Grand Theft Auto 5. So, like, why? It's man, I do not understand when developers, it's like, literally, your job is to just put out video games, whether it's a small game, whether it's a big game, but it is your job to put out video games. That's like me saying, for one of my reaction videos. So, like, yeah, let's say, I react to one video, it does mad well, gets all these different views and things, and then I say, a part 2, or even if it's not in a reaction video, it's just whatever video out there that exists, I say a part 2 is going to come out, but when that part 2 comes out, we done had like 15 different presidents, 100 more Fast and Furious movies done came out. Grand Theft Auto 6 done finally released. What are some other things? 15 Xboxes, PlayStations, Nintendo devices, and everything else. A bunch of those done came out. And then that's when I decide to put out the second And if it's a video that people really want, I'm saying it's like you have to sit down and think about that type of stuff. Me, I'm putting out things every single day. Whether it's a podcast episode, YouTube video, I stream 3 times a day. And I'm like, bro, I am so heavily invested into content creating. It's kind of hard to put me out. So it's like, you guys got to ask yourself that question. Are you heavily invested into video game development? Because if not, give it to somebody else. Let somebody else come out with Grand Theft Auto 6, because I'm pretty sure if there was a developer or many developers out there, and I've seen it. I've seen where there's like developers out there where it's like, no, there's the one developer, he's working on this game by himself. There's this video game called Spaceborne 2, and when I played that game, oh my God, it's like the amount of stuff that you can do in there. It's insane. It's crazy. Then the crazy thing is that the game is in early access. So the bro has even fully completed what he wants to do. And it's like, bro, you can even do that. Why is it that I feel like that developers are scared to letting their fans like know of what's going on, and then you have it where it's like those developers out there where it's like, you know, they listen to the wrong fans, example Cyberpunk 2077, but it's like you guys can even do some stuff like that, whether it's like, you know, yeah, if you guys want to release the game, release it, but it's like, bro, even if the game is like messed up, it's like, okay, game's messed up, but guess what? You guys can do updates. Put the game in early access. I think that would make history if they were to put a Grand Theft Auto 6 in early access and have it where it's like, okay, you know, we're just kind of testing the waters and see, but we want the fans' input. I feel like that if that was the case, if we're like, we need the fans, because that's, if I'm coming out with a video game, that's what I'm going to do. Here will be my game plan for my game plan, all right? So, I would let people know I'm working on the video game. Let's say it's a single player survival shooter game, right? Let's say it's like, this is like the dream game that I've always wanted to play. It's a survival shooter, you know, where it has its driving elements, all this other stuff, racing, all this. There's so many different ideas that I want to add to this game, whether it's like, you know, yeah, story, new cars, new weapons, extend out the map and things, make this one of the biggest video games of all time, right? Make it one of the biggest video games of all time. But the thing is this, if I know I can't do it by myself, that's when I'm going to put out what I can. I'm going to do what I can, you know, update people, share screenshots, videos, all that stuff. Probably have it where you can play some demo for free on some website, because I think Epic Games has it where you could do it on there, where it's like you can put a game on the Unreal Engine and then download it and kind of like test it out and whatever. So I would do that. And then eventually I will work on having a Steam early access release. Have it where the fans, you know, they give out the criticism that they need to give out. What else? You know, say what they need to say, the recommendations, all that stuff. Then I'll add those things. I will work on that stuff. If it takes me a while, it takes me a while. But I'm not going to abandon the game. I'm not going to do that. So I'll keep on doing that. And then when I just start seeing the reviews coming in where they're all like, oh man, perfect game, amazing game, love this game, I done put hours into this game, cracking jokes, this game done got an overwhelmingly positive review on Steam, everybody's talking about it, everybody's playing it, this is like the most played game on Steam and stuff, this, or not Steam, but Twitch, most played game on Kick, most played game on YouTube, everybody's posting about it on TikTok. That's when that game is going to get a full release. And then I'm just going to sit there, watch people play, show love, show support, let them know, like, you know, yeah, I'm going to take me a break because, you know, yeah, I was like, but the thing is this, I'm going to communicate with the fans. I'm not just going to, you know, hide in the shadows and not let the fans know nothing. Then when the fans are like, what's taking Grand Theft Auto 6 so long? Oh, doing this until Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out. What else? You know, just whatever the situation is. But it's like, bruh, just, you know, give us some sort of update. But letting us know the game is in development. Okay, you know how many games are in development right now that we've been waiting? There probably been games long before Grand Theft Auto where it's like they've been in development all this time. And it's like, is the game being worked on or not? Because if not, then I'm like, what are you guys doing? I'll tell you what they're doing. And this is why I think Grand Theft Auto is falling off. They're trying to come out with another DLC update, you know, for Grand Theft Auto 5. I guarantee, and I promise you, I don't even think I follow Rockstar Games anymore. What is this? I know this ain't no real video. This is not really on YouTube. This is not really on YouTube. There's no way. There is no way. There is no way that this is real on YouTube. They're showing a video. I swear, man, people are, I thought it was a terrorist video. They act like they was gonna chop the dude's head off. They're chopping a tree, man. Bro, people in there, they had me worried. I was about to say, I'm like, there's no way that this is on YouTube. I'm like, no, YouTube, what's this? You guys be out here copy or guideline striking my videos and saying that they're age restricted, and you allow that to exist? But no, okay, so let's just see what they've recently done. They did something to the community series. They added some stuff to that. What else? New death matches. What else have they done? Then there's like this one. There's like, they're Los Santos drug war. The last dose, it's like with 5 new missions. So yeah, they just did some stuff to Grand Theft Auto 5 last month. I knew it would either be this month or last month. They did something to Grand Theft Auto 5, but they're not doing anything to Grand Theft Auto 6. And they wonder why that, they're probably losing. I unfollowed Rockstar Games a long time ago because I had to check, and I was like, I don't particularly care anymore for Grand Theft Auto 5. There was at one point where there was one of my friends, I don't think she streams anymore, but no, like she would play a lot of the role-playing servers, and I think I remember I downloaded it for that reason, but other than that, I was like, I don't care for playing Grand Theft Auto 5 anymore. And I'm like, I honestly tell you the truth, I don't even care for playing any Rockstar games, because I'm trying to think, last time I had tried to play Grand Theft Auto was in January. That was the last time I actually downloaded and tried to do something with Grand Theft Auto. Other than that, I don't particularly care anymore for playing Grand Theft Auto or any Rockstar games, because I'm like, I want to play something new. I want to play something different. Add Undead Nightmare to Red Dead Redemption. Do something. But like, if nothing is gonna be done, then it's like, bro, the game is just, it's gonna get to a point where that game, it falls off, and just nobody gonna be fooling with it anymore. So on that note, I guess I wish them the best of luck, but if that luck don't show up, then I'm sorry, but there's gonna be a day where we look up and they're gonna be like, hey, Grand Theft Auto 6 was canceled, Rockstar Games is shutting down as a company, and then I'm like, that's gonna probably be one of the last, or they are gonna release Grand Theft Auto 6, but it ain't gonna be good, and then they ain't gonna have no choice but to just shut down as a company and stuff. So hopefully that don't happen, and they actually are doing something worth the wait and stuff. But if not, then I think it's gonna get to a point where we look up and they're like, dang, man, rest in peace Rockstar Games. But anyways, and that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. If you're viewing this on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe, and if you're viewing this on podcast streaming service, make sure you follow or subscribe however it's set up. Make sure you subscribe to one of my 50 YouTube channels. Follow me on Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, and Instagram at TMossBoss, and make sure you follow my Facebook page at TMossBoss fan page. Also, if you're purchasing, did I say Kick? Make sure you follow my, if I didn't say Kick, make sure you follow me on Kick too, at TMossBoss fan page on Facebook, TMossBoss, at TMossBoss fan page. Also, if you're purchasing any tickets from SeatGeek, make sure you use my promo code TMossBoss. It will knock $20 off your first purchase. And if you're purchasing any energy drinks or sleep drinks from Poggers, make sure you use my promo code TMossBoss. That will knock 10% off your next purchase. And if you're purchasing any controller accessories from Fatal Grips, make sure you use my promo code TMossBoss. That will also knock 10% off your next purchase. Thank you guys for watching and or listening, and peace.